The easiest way to fail on Amazon is to not differentiate your product, or in other words, improve it, add value, or stand out compared to your competition. So the question is, how do you do that? And in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down how to differentiate your product, so stay tuned. What's up, champs? Welcome to today's video. My name is Trevor Peterson. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller, and today I'm gonna hold your hand and take you step by step through the entire process of how to differentiate your product. I've spent the last 2 hours putting together slides, organizing what I want to break down and explain to you. So do me a favor and smash that like button. It would really help me out. It would help the YouTube algorithm out, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying these videos and you want to see more just like it. Also, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment letting me know what you guys thought about the video. So I just want to say thank you guys for the support. It literally means the world. And before we jump into my screen, I want to dive into my seller account and let you know that this is the most up-to-date YouTube channel out when it comes to selling on Amazon. So right here, we're gonna dive into my phone. It's not quite yet 4 o'clock, and as you guys can see, I've done almost $1,000 for the day, and in the last 12 months, I've done $945,000. So I share that with you just to let you know that what I'm about to teach you is exactly what I implement in my own FBA business. So let's dive into my screen. Okay, so here we are in my screen, and what I did is I put together a complete step-by-step guide breaking down the tips and strategies on how to improve your product. There's 10 of them that I want to break down, and all I ask of you is to actually implement what I'm about to break down. This is very important. If you don't differentiate your product, I'm gonna show you what's going to happen. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. So let's dive into the first tip, and that is lowering your prices is not the answer. A lot of times people come to me and I verify their products, and their answer of how they're differentiating is, oh, I'm just lowering my price. I have a better profit margin than my competitor. And that is probably the worst thing that you guys can do. Don't think that simply lowering your price is going to set yourself apart, because what's going to happen is, number one, you're going to get into a price war, and people are just going to start dropping their prices basically until you have no margin. Or number two, one account is going to have more reviews than the other, and Amazon customers shop based on reviews. And if your account doesn't have as many reviews as your competitor, your competition is going to buy, the customer is going to buy from your competition. So right here, it's the perfect example. We have literally the same exact product. The only thing that's different is they kind of reorganize the pictures, the main image, and one is selling for $8.89 and the other is $8.99, so 10 cents cheaper, but it has 4 reviews. They're bad reviews, so obviously the customer is going to buy the one on the left. So please do not think that lowering your prices is going to solve your problems. It's just not. You need to get more creative than that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you need to improve your listing and images. And this is something that you just need to do for every single product. And again, a lot of people are like, oh, I ask them, what are you going to do to differentiate your product? And they say, oh, I'm going to do better images and I'm going to have a better listing than my competitor. And the reality is yes, that's so important, but that should just be standard. You should be doing that regardless of what your competition is doing, and that alone is not enough to differentiate from your competition. So yes, it's very important, and right here, this is a perfect case in point. This is dog shampoo. This is a horrible listing. They have 2 images. Look at their description. There are 4 bullet points that literally don't really do anything. One of the bullet points is the UPC code. I mean, it's just horrible. Packaging may vary. Like it's just not well done, and that's just something that you can obviously improve on. But just because you improve on just that doesn't mean that you're going to beat out your competition. There's other factors that you need to take into account. A great way to kind of evaluate your listing is with the Helium 10 Chrome extension. You'll see the evaluation results right in the top left-hand corner. It says 6.81 out of 10. It says number of images, image dimensions, title, the bullets. I mean, there's a lot of things that you guys can improve on. So that's something that you're going to want to do, and that's not enough to just do that and that's it. You need to just do that standard for every single listing. So that is number 2 on my list on how to improve your product, is you just need to improve your listings and images and invest in a photographer and fork up the money to make your listing perfect, okay? That's just standard. That's number 2. The third thing is you need to improve your packaging. And again, this is not enough to differentiate. You need to do more. I love this example, and this is the power of having good packaging. Right here on the left, we have this book light, and in their main image, I just pulled off these main images off of Amazon. You're going to see their packaging, and that clearly shows that it is a premium product. It's better than the one on the right. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to click on the one on the left because it just looks better, it looks more professional, and it catches your attention, where the one on the right is just kind of dull. It's basically the same thing, but the one on the left has this cool packaging. So that's a huge perk of having and improving your packaging, is you can kind of put that in your product images like it shows right here, and that is going to jump out on that page. So when a customer is shopping, they're going to start scrolling, and if they just see a bunch of these products on the right and then on the left you have your product plus the packaging in it, that's going to be huge, and that's going to set yourself apart. So this is very important, but again, this isn't enough. It can be at certain times, but I would not recommend just upgrading your packaging and thinking that you're going to compete with your competition. It's just not enough. There's more to do. So lowering your prices is not the answer. Having a better listing is not the answer. Improving the packaging can be the answer. You should just be doing all those 3 regardless. Those are just mandatory things that you need to do on your listing. So now let's dive into some things on how we can get creative on how can we actually improve our product and stand out versus our competition. So let's go into the 4th thing, and that is reading the reviews. This is so important. There's so many things that you can learn from just reading the reviews of the potential product that you're looking to launch. So right here, I have this product. It's a mattress moving cover, and I mean, you have just so much information right here, and you're gonna see exactly what I did as I read these reviews. So I went and I read the negative reviews, and you're going to see it says it tears quickly. It tears immediately when you try moving it around. Buy a thicker material if you want to save your mattress / box springs. Absolutely terrible, ripped immediately when putting the mattress and box spring into the bags, then proceeded to rip further in transit. So that is the one on the left, the plastic mattress moving and storage bag. But on the right, this is what someone did. I guarantee it is they had the idea, and sadly this idea is taken, but I'm just showing this as an example. You read these reviews and you're like, well, what can I do to improve that? Well, obviously get a sturdier material, and that's exactly what this company did. They went out there and they basically just destroyed the market of these cheap plastic moving bags. Obviously the cheap plastic moving bags are cheap, they're easy, but this one right here, and the reason I found this is I'm moving, and I actually bought the one on the right because I thought it was a great idea. And it shows the exact kind of the differences. It says cheap plastic mattress bag. It doesn't have any of the things that the Mat Safe reusable mattress bag has. It has handles, durable zipper, durable material, lifetime warranty, reusable, one person friendly. It has handles. So I mean, this is the perfect example of adding value, standing out compared to your competition, innovating something, getting creative, thinking outside the box, and you can just learn that by reading the reviews. The reviews are a great way. It's customers saying this has this problem, this has this problem, this has this problem. So now with that information, go solve that problem. And this is a perfect example. So that is the 3rd thing, is reading the reviews. So now oh no, that was the 4th thing, sorry. Now let's go to the 5th thing, and that is ordering your competitor's product. That's the same exact thing as reading the reviews, but you're actually feeling it, you're touching it, you're looking at it with your own eyes. It's one thing to read a review on Amazon. It could be fake, it could be that someone is just really picky. So what you do is you pull out your credit card, you order that product. Don't order it and leave a bad review. I'm not saying to do that. Please don't do that. That's just messed up. But you order it, you get it, and you inspect it. You see what you can do to improve it. how you can make it better quality. You're inspecting the packaging. There's so many things that you can do with ordering your competitor's product. And I actually did that. I made a video where I spent like $300 just ordering random products on Amazon, kind of inspecting it. So you'll have to check out that video and kind of get a feel of what I'm talking about. But that is the fifth thing, is ordering your competitor's products so that you know what your competition's is like compared to yours. So that's huge. So that's number 5. The next thing is getting creative with a design. And I have a warning on this, and I'll kind of break that down. But what I mean by this is getting creative with the design is there's a lot of different things that you can do. You can change the color, you can actually do a different design pattern, you can change some features, and right here we have phone cases. This is really saturated. Don't launch this product. This is super saturated, but I'm just using this as an example. We have some different phone cases. We have one that's just clear, we have one that's purple, then we have one with a kind of a cool design, and then we have some others that have some cool features on it. And the thing why I say warning is a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm just going to add a different design. So like this one right here on the right, it's kind of that marble pink case, that trending design pattern. Someone is like, oh, I'm just going to launch this design pattern and it's going to be better than the clear one or the purple one. And yeah, that could be the case, but what happens is that's purely on opinion. Someone may absolutely hate that design, and they're like, no, I just want something very clean and sleek that's just clear, and that's it. I don't want some crazy design. So that's where a lot of times people come and they launch a product that has a design on it and it doesn't do as well as they thought. And it was because maybe you thought it was cool, but the majority of the customers don't think it's cool. So that's where it can be kind of sketchy of just launching a new design pattern and that's it. I've seen it work really well, but sometimes customers just don't respond well to certain designs compared to others. Now, this is a good design, it's a really good selling product, but it could have been a flop. So that's just something that you're going to have to understand. And if you go to design a product and you spend a bunch of time designing it, getting creative with it, and it doesn't sell as well, that's probably why, is because customers just didn't respond to that design and they like this design better. So that's something that you need to take into account. Another thing is getting creative. You take a phone case, and this has been done, I mean, for years, but you add the little finger grip or the phone stand here on the right, that red case, or you add a wallet to the case where you can insert cash, credit cards, one that's a little bit more slim, one that's a little bit thicker, that replaces the wallet entirely. So those are things that people are getting creative with, changing the design and the features to it. So that's something that you can learn from. And just seeing over time, when phone cases first came out, they were like super thick, then they got super slim, then people started coming out with waterproof phone cases, then people started coming out with wallet cases, then they came out with like the finger grip phone cases. I mean, phone cases have been innovating over the years, and that's exactly what we're trying to do with private label products, is just innovating it, making it better, improving it, making it stand out, because if you just launch the same original phone case as everyone else, you're going to get destroyed. So that is number 6. And to kind of show you some more examples, and number 7, adding value. This is the perfect example. So here we have the baby milestone blankets, and what's cool is this was a product that I launched over 2 years ago. And so I've kind of seen how things have trended over the last 2 years, and we have them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1 is basically what these products look like 2 years ago. Number 2, 3, 4, and 5 are how they've basically gone throughout the test of time and been improved. And number 2, you'll see that they have these little bonus gift, they're like baby milestone cards. And then number 3, it comes with the baby bib so that you can take a picture so they look a little cuter. It also has the elephant designs on the bottom, so they added a little bit of their own flavor to it. It looks like it's also a different material. Then we have 4 where they started creating specific designs for girls, and then number 5, they created specific designs for boys. And not only the design factor, they're adding value by including the baby bib, by including the bows, by including the different milestone blocks, the arrows, and the little TP here on number 5. So that is how they're designing the product. They're adding value and they're differentiating it. The number one, yes, it still sells well, but if you're looking at number one and two and they're the same price, you're gonna buy number two. It's just obvious. It comes with more things and they're the same exact product. And then number three, it's that design factor. You may not like the elephants, but you may love the elephants, so you may buy that product. And then the same goes for number 4 and 5. You may not want one that's just for one gender. You may want one that's more neutral, and that's what number 1 and number 2 provides. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, and getting creative with the design and adding value to it, adding some bonus items, and this is the perfect example. So that is number 6 and 7. Let's dive into number 8, and this is something that's so important. This is the correct way to bundle. A lot of people kind of get this wrong, I'll be honest, and it scares me because they think that they can just throw any two products together and sell it together. That's just not how it works. You need to make a bundle that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, I'll show you some bad examples, but here's a good example. We have the one in the middle is just the neck pillow, but on the left we have the eye mask, we have the earplugs, and we have the carrying bag. Those earplugs people love on a plane because it's super loud. They may not use it, but at least they have the earplugs. And for me, I would buy that just because it has the earplugs. Even though it is, yes, it's $2 cheaper, but after the coupon, it's really not that much more expensive. And on top of that, you're getting the eye mask, and an eye mask on a plane is something great. So that is a really, really good example of a good bundle where they're taking this product that's doing well, it's selling for $19.97, and all they do is throw in an eye mask, a bag, and earplugs, and boom, they're selling it for $2 more, and they're competing with this particular seller. So that is a great way. Here on the right, this is another bundle, but they also did number 6 and number 7. They got creative, they designed, and they added value by adding a hood to the neck pillow. That is genius. I wish I would have thought of this idea, because this is something that's great. I love sleeping with a hood on. At least when I travel, I wear a hood, I kind of snuggle up, and this is something that just kind of is different. You're just adding a hood to an existing product. So that's something that's just super awesome. And then they're also bundling it with the earplugs and the eye mask. And what I mean by there's bad ways to bundle, these are some bad examples. And what happens is, like I was saying, they just take two products and they're like, oh, these products are related, I'm gonna sell those together. But the reality is they don't go together. And it's right here, we have a neck pillow, and then we have the travel, the bottle that are like TSA approved, that aren't like 3 ounces or more, and you can put lotions and all that stuff. So they're good travel size containers. And someone would be like, oh, I'm gonna do this neck pillow and these containers, and the reality is that's just not a good bundle. People are not searching for a neck pillow with the intent to buy these travel size lotions. They're just not, they just don't go together. They're searching for something else. And so when they're searching neck pillow, and that's the thing with Amazon, is they're typing in neck pillow. They're not typing in neck pillow and travel size bottles. They're just not. And so putting those together just do not make sense, even though, yes, those are meant for travel and the neck pillow is meant for travel. They just don't go together. So that's something that you need to ask yourself is, do these go together? If you were the customer, and I always tell this, you got to think as if you were the customer, would you buy this? I mean, yeah, it's maybe if you needed it, but if you didn't need these travel size lotions, bottles, then you're not gonna buy it. You're gonna buy the other option. So that's one thing that you need to understand. And then here's another example. You have a passport case kind of wallet. You're thinking, oh yeah, you travel and you put your passport in the wallet. Not the wallet, you put the passport together with the neck pillow. That's the perfect bundle. But the reality is not every time you travel you need your passport, and sometimes people don't care to have a case for their passport, and so that bundle just doesn't make sense, even though they're both related to travel. So those are bad examples. This is a good example where This is something that people are actually going to use along with that product. And if they see these add-ons to it, they're not going to run away, where if they see these two products together, they're like, that doesn't make sense. So just be careful on how you bundle and ask yourself, if you're the customer, would that look weird seeing these bundles together, okay? Even though they're related, would it be weird? Just ask yourself that. So now let's go to the last two, and that is bonus items and ordering a sample from your supplier. So bonus items, that kind of goes along with adding value, but some ideas is a recipe book, a workout guide, a free gift. So let's say you're selling some wooden spoons or a cooking pan, maybe including a recipe book along with that. That's something that you're adding value to that customer. And they're like, oh, that's cool, I want a recipe book. So you just add that in with your product. Another thing is maybe you're selling a workout equipment or something that helps you stretch or whatever the case is. You have a little guide that you include inside the product, and you display that on your product images and inside your description and show that, hey, you buy this, you also get this free guide. So that's just a bonus item. And then you have a free gift, which is kind of like adding on the milestone blankets, like the bow or something like that. So those are some things that you guys can do. And what I recommend is not just do one, try to implement all of these things. It's very important to not just lower the price. You need to improve your listing, you need to improve your packaging, you need to read the reviews, see what other customers are saying, order your competitor's product, and then what you're going to do is when you have your product, you're going to, which is number 10, order a sample from your supplier, and you can compare and contrast and say, okay, my product is just not as good, or my product is 10 times better. And if you can say that, your product is better than your competitor's product, then you have something going for you. So just have that in mind. And I know if you guys implement these 10 steps, these 10 things to improve your product, differentiate your product, you're going to crush Amazon. And your next product that you're going to launch is going to be way more successful because you're standing out. You're not just doing the same thing that everyone else is doing, and you're not just basing off of prices and reviews. So please screenshot this, do whatever you need to do. Remember this and take action, and I promise your next product that you launch is going to be a success. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Also check out the links in the description down below. I have the free Amazon Facebook group, my mentorship program. If you guys want to join me and me be your guide, I'd love to have you in as a student. And I just want to say thank you guys for the support, and we will see you in the next video.